Communications are important, you know, internally for your campaign. So you know, there's a few options here, and they kind of serve different purposes. First up, I've got Slack, and I guess I'll kind of combine Slack and Flock in the same conversation. But Slack and Flock are both basically group messaging apps. They allow you to create channels for different topics. They allow you to, and then you have, you know, it's the replacement for the email list. It's a replacement for a group text. It puts it all in one place in a searchable location, in a filterable location, in an organized location. Both Slack and Flock, one of the major limitations of their free plans is that after 10,000 messages, which you would be amazed at how fast you reach that, after 10,000 messages, they start deleting messages. So when you hit 10,001 posts, number one deletes, and it just keeps you at 10,000 active messages. For parties who generally want an institutional record spanning years, that's a major problem. That basically makes the free versions of these tools rather useless for parties. But for a campaign, which is shorter and where you may not have the concern about saving every conversation, you know, the free plans could very much work. They both have a limitation of 10 integrations on their free plan, and they both allow one-on-one video calls on their free plan, right? So it eliminates the need for Zoom. You can have your own Zoom, and on the free, you can do, you know, I can talk to one other person. When you upgrade on both, you get unlimited messages, so it's no longer deleting. You get unlimited integrations. You get group chat with more people involved. On Slack, you can have 15 people in the first paid plan, and it's unlimited on Flock. And you get some access to some more features. Those paid plans, the big problem with them is they start charging you by user once you pay. So an entry-level Slack is about $8 per user, and an entry-level Flock is about $4.50 per user. And that can really add up if you have a sizable campaign team. Once you reach about 20, 25 people, then we enter into the realm of project management tool that I suggest that our parties look at, which is Basecamp. You can see me talk about it in the workshop that I posted at the beginning, the first of these two, in the series of these two. But you know, once you get to 25, you're better off moving to something that's not charging you by user. Flock, between Slack and Flock, one thing Flock does have that Slack doesn't is some light team management tools, project management tools. You can do things like add to-dos and assign things to people, share documents easier. So Flock has a little bit more power and is a little cheaper. Generally, I would lean towards, you know, if you're going to pay for one of these messaging apps, or if you're going to use the free version of one of these two, I would lean towards Flock personally. Discord is another option. It is a group chat channel, like a group chat app. It's popular in programming and coding in the gaming community. It's free. It has free unlimited message boards and video chat. So it's a free version if that's out there for you. In my experience, it's a little less user-friendly and a little less app-friendly. I don't like the app as much as I like Slack and Flock. And then the last thing I put on here is Signal. Signal is an encrypted messaging app made by Whisper Systems. And basically, when I need a password from someone in the National Party, it'll be sent via Signal. In the Illinois Green Party, where we use Basecamp, Basecamp is encrypted, so if I need a password, I send it through its internal messaging. But like I said, for most campaign, the national Howie Hawkins campaign, we used Basecamp. And the downside of Basecamp is it's $1,000 a year or $100 a month, but the upside is it's unlimited users, unlimited scalability, right? So you can add as many people as you want. So as a national level campaign, we started in Flock actually, and then moved to Basecamp. But for most local campaigns, this kind of communication system is probably going to be more than enough. Basecamp, while a great system in my opinion, is expensive for a short-term campaign. And Basecamp, something that you want, something like your state party to be using as long-term resources, long-term infrastructure that campaigns can utilize. And it's hard. You don't want to pick up an expensive system like that only for it to die when the campaign dies. Those are different communications options, and all of these, that none of it is comprehensive. There's always other options. There's things like Lumio and Freedcamp, and other things out there that you can look into. I've looked into a lot of them, and these are kind of my top, top brush over of everything.